The desire to reach for the stars is ambitious, but the desire to reach hearts, that's wise. I heard that line on my yoga mat one morning and it just landed. It stopped me in the best possible way. I actually decided to come inside to shoot this one today. Most of what I've shared recently flows when I'm walking out in nature, grounded. No plan as such, just straight from the heart. But today felt different. There's something about this message, about what heart-led masculinity really is, that asks for a little more structure, a little more clarity. Truth be told, I'm still refining this myself, still learning what it really means to fully live from this place. But this is the clearest I've felt it. So I'm here, grounded, still speaking from the heart, but with a steadier frame to hold it. For most of my life, like many of us men, I was conditioned to chase, to push, to strive, to achieve, to be the man through what I did, not through who I was. But what if real strength wasn't about how much you can carry, but about how deeply you can love? What if leadership wasn't about being ahead of others, but being aligned with yourself? And what if masculinity wasn't something you had to perform, but something you could live from? That's what I mean when I speak about heart-led masculinity. It's not a concept, it's not a buzzword. It's a way of being in your body, in your breath, and in your life. Heart-led masculinity is powerful, not passive. It's strength without the mask. It's the kind of leadership that doesn't need to dominate to be felt, because it's grounded, clear, and true. It's being dangerous but disciplined, gentle but never weak. It's about being rooted but never rigid. It's when your presence speaks long before your words even leave your mouth. When your actions match your values and your power is held with care, not control. And here's the thing, right? As a society, we've long outgrown the old model of masculinity, the domination, the detachment, the disguise. And we've also outgrown the collapse, the kind of softness that avoids structure, the kind of vulnerability that becomes performance, the kind of spiritual bypass that lives in the clouds but can't keep its feet on the ground. There's a new edge rising, a third path, one that doesn't swing between extremes but integrates both. This is where strength holds, not harms, where presence protects but does not posture, where power serves instead of dominates. It's the man who can hold chaos with calm, the man who doesn't flinch in the face of feeling, the man who knows how to stay in command of himself without suppressing who he truly is. And in this space, vulnerability is truth, not collapse. Discipline is devotion, not punishment. Brotherhood is calibration, not comfort. And leadership is alignment in action, not ego in disguise. This is heart-led masculinity. It's grounded, it's embodied, and it's deeply needed. This is more than a practice. It's an elevated frequency, a force for good in the world, a powerful light that ripples outward from within. Because when a man lives from this place, everything around him changes. His relationships deepen, his leadership sharpens, his presence becomes medicine, a frequency of safety for the people he loves. Not because he's trying to be liked, not because he's trying to be needed or more attractive, but because he's finally living from his core, from his truth, from his heart. And that frequency ripples outward into his family, his mission, his world. This is the path I'm walking, and the one I invite other men into, through my work, through my words, through the spaces we hold. Not to be fixed, not to be fired up, but to be refined, to return, to rise in truth, in love, in command. So I'll leave you with this to ponder upon. If something in this has stirred something in you, know there's space for you inside the work we're doing. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just need a willingness to show up, heart open, feet grounded. That's where the real shift begins. So where in your life are you strong but not loving? And where are you loving but no longer grounded in your strength? Heart-led masculinity doesn't ask you to choose one. It calls you to become both. This is the work, this is the return, and this is where we rise together. Until the next one, my friend, stay rooted, trust the rhythm, and rise.